Hello friends, welcome back to Yoga with Paige and welcome to our 7-day introduction to chakras journey. I have a quick little introduction to chakras as a whole that I can link for you. But today we are starting, as we start this whole week, we go from the ground up as a foundational beginning to our practice. So we begin with the root chakra at the base of the spine, or muladhara. This chakra has a connection with the color red, and this chakra brings about feelings of grounding, stability, security when we feel balanced in it. So we are going to flow through a lot of poses and just focusing on our connection points to the earth, really sending our awareness to our pelvis area. So we're making sure that we're contacting with the spine a lot throughout this practice. And then noticing, really taking extra care to where we reach the earth and drawing strength from the earth, and then also drawing strength from our own inner strength. So whatever I say does not have to be taken literally. If things resonate with you, keep them. If they don't, just let them float by. You can take this to mean whatever for you specifically. If roots mean actual physical roots, or maybe you start thinking about your family roots, whatever comes to mind, this is your practice, this is your energetic gateway. So with that in mind, we are going to start in easy seat, Sukhasana, crossing at the ankles. Sitting up nice and tall, closing the eyes here. I invite you to close the eyes as we start to connect to our spine, our breath, sending our awareness to our pelvis. Taking a few breaths here, maybe placing the hands, rolling the shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall, reaching up through the crown of the head, feeling a nice, beautiful, long spine. Noticing how the sit bones are in contact with the earth. A lot of times we sit in chairs or something else that's not the earth, so I want you to just bring your awareness to feeling grounded here, feeling supported by the earth. Maybe feeling its softness as we sit in this comfortable position, just connecting, taking a moment. Whatever that means for you, taking just a few more deep breaths, coming into this connection point, into the breath, always coming back at any time throughout this practice. Maybe we take the head, gently tucking the chin into the chest, and then bringing the head back. Just opening up a little bit through the neck as we're still active in the spine. And we can blink the eyes open and gently make our way to child's pose. Moving gently, not forcing anything in this practice. You can take the knees to the edges of the mat, big toes together, sending the hips back, feeling that yummy space. Slowly walking the hands forward, melting the heart down. Feeling so much of your body connected to the earth here. Letting your body completely relax and let go, trusting in the ground beneath you and in yourself. Finding that union between body and mind, support and strength. Maybe resting the forehead down. Taking nice deep breaths. On the next inhale, gently lifting the head and the chest to walk the hands back, gliding the knees together underneath the hips, hands come underneath the shoulders. We spread wide between the fingers. And inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Flowing through a little cat-cow, taking special awareness to our sacrum, to our pelvis. Feeling the different movements, different sensations here. Really pressing firmly away from the earth through the hands, the tops of the feet. Breathing deeply, expelling all of the air out on the exhale. One more breath, big inhale, and exhale to round. Coming back into a neutral spine, taking a moment here to just feel this connection. We're going to tuck the toes, lift up the hips, and slowly walk up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. So we can keep the legs bent here if this is your first movement of the day. We're going to flow through sun salutations a few times, warming up the body, warming up the spine. Inhale, root to rise, hands come above the head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking a slight bend in the knees, finding our mountain pose here. Rolling the shoulders back. We can keep the hands to heart center, or we can open them, palms facing forward. Taking a moment to feel the feet beneath the earth. Drawing up strength through the legs, up through the pelvis, through the spine, all the way up through the head. Feeling that energy. Taking one breath here, doing a little mental check-in, how you're feeling right now in this moment. Then reaching the arms back up, and exhale to dive forward, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. And exhale, plant the hands, gently step back to plank pose. And taking our first vinyasa. Inhale, maybe we do just a little baby cobra. Feeling the lower spine. And exhale, lifting up the hips, over the toes, downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet a little. Taking this first one a little slow, and then we'll move faster. Gazing at the hands, bending the knees, making our way to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale to rise, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, flat back, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, back into plank. Taking our vinyasa slow and controlled. Maybe keeping the knees lifted this time, deepening. And exhale over the toes. Gazing at the hands, we'll do this one more time. Walking up to the front, starting to build a little heat. Maybe finding a meditation through this movement. Inhale to reach as we match movement to breath. Exhale, heart center. Maybe we even close the eyes and just feel it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, nice and strong, gripping through the fingers. And exhale over the toes, staying here. Lifting the left leg, three-legged dog. You're gonna bend to the knee and bring it all the way in through the chest. Tapping that left elbow, connecting to the core. Then releasing the foot in between the hands, coming into low lunge. Releasing the hands up high. And we can place them wherever we would like, on the knees, on the hips. Maybe we keep them up. We're connected to heart. Exhaling, sinking a little bit deeper into this stretch. Breathing nice and deep. Releasing any negative feelings, any anxieties, transforming them into positive energy, into calm. Maybe using anxieties as a motivating force. Beautiful. We're going to reach the arms up high, tucking that back toe to lift the knee, coming into high crescent lunge, reaching that heel back, feeling strong and powerful. And we're going to turn that foot out, coming into warrior one, still squaring off the hips to the front, checking our heel alignment. Exhale, rolling the shoulders back. Beautiful, nice and strong like a warrior. Inhale and exhale, warrior two. Gazing over the left fingertips, pinching the shoulder blades together, sending the chest up nice and high. And inhale, straighten both of the legs, turning the toes to the side of the mat, taking hands behind the back and folding forward. Staying wherever our spine is nice and long. Just for a moment, keeping a slight micro bend in the knees, but we're connected here. We're sucking the navel into the spine. And exhale to release. Maybe the hands come to the mat. We're feeling the outer edges of the feet pressing into the earth. If our hands are on the mat, we can feel the connection there as well. Drawing up that energy. Feeling a beautiful stretch in the groins, the lower back. Grounding even further using your breath. One more breath here. Then lifting up the chest, slowly turning to face the front of the mat and stepping up, forward fold. Inhale to rise, big stretch, nice and strong and tall. And exhale, hands to heart center. Taking one moment here, a little check-in. A little moment to catch our breath maybe. To recenter ourselves if our mind wanders. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, flat back, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back, plank pose, taking a vinyasa. And we meet in downward facing dog, sending the hips up high. And when we're here, beautiful, nice long back. Raising the right leg, bending the knee, and coming in to tap the right elbow. Holding here for a breath, you got this. Before releasing into our low lunge, dropping that back knee and raising the arms to wherever our body is calling today. Nice deep breaths. Noticing the physical sensations in your body here. Drawing the thighs together internally, keeping a nice, strong, steady base. Grounding, rooting down, finding our roots. One more deep breath, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into that hip, opening up. Then tucking the back toes, releasing the arms up high, coming into our high crescent lunge, sending that left heel back. Holding here, maybe taking a little smile to the corners of your mouth. And coming into our warrior one, pivoting that back foot to a 45-degree angle, making sure our heels are in line. Taking a moment to check in, to collect. Grounding through that back foot, the outer edge. As we exhale, opening up to warrior two, nice and strong, powerful. Gazing over the right hand, our arms are a beautiful long line. You can feel the energy reaching out through the fingertips. One more breath, hold. And we can release, straightening the arms. Turn to face you. And we're going to fold forward, but heel toe the feet into the middle of the mat, coming into a Malasana or any kind of squat that feels good to you here. So you feel our entire being close to the earth. We're squatting down. If our heels are on the earth, we can feel that connection radiating up through the legs. Maybe our fingertips are stabilizing us here. Knowing that it's always here to support you in times of need. You can draw strength and vitality from this union that we have with everything around us. Maybe taking a moment to close the eyes or lifting the chest nice and high. We can take hands to heart center, using the opposition to gently open the knees a little bit more. Inviting in more energy, releasing some negative energy. Maybe noticing something that comes up for you here during this practice, during this hip opening posture. Just absorbing whatever energy is there to take, releasing everything that we no longer need. Exhale, we release the fingertips to the mat, keeping the right hand down. We're going to reach the left arm up high, gazing at the fingertips, and exhale to release it big. Sweep it across the face to plant the left fingertips by the left foot, and then reach the right arm up. Big motions, waking up through the side body, finding maybe a gentle twist here, and releasing it across the face again, planting the fingers. We're going to straighten the legs, send the hips up. We can stay here, or we can come into Malasana again, moving with the breath, doing that a few times. Straightening on the exhale, and coming back into a squat on the inhale. Last one. Lifting the chest, gently coming to mountain pose at the top of the mat, making our way there slowly. Rising up, maybe we roll up through the back, releasing the head and the palms to the front of the mat, keeping a little bend in the knees. We're going to lift up the toes so we ensure that we are grounding through all four corners of the feet. A nice even balance, a nice structural foundation for the rest of our body. Slightly tucking in the pelvis, just a tit. Rolling the shoulders back and down. Fingers are spread. Chest is lifted. We're reaching up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. We can release the toes down to the mat, but we're still here in mountain pose. Taking our breath to the pelvis, the lower back. Maybe visualizing a little ball of energy there, a little light that we're tapping into, that we're growing, making stronger. If we found our eyes closing, we can gently blink them open. We're going to release the hands, grounding through the left foot, finding our balance here, gently taking the right leg up, knee into the chest. And opening here for tree pose. So our foot can either come at the ankle, maybe our toes are on the ground if we need more stability today, or it can come to the calf or the inner thigh. We want our hips open, this knee is pointing back, nice and strong in the glutes. We feel the connection to the earth here as we reach our arms up like a tree. Maybe we're swaying in the breeze a little bit, that's okay. We're rooted down. One more big breath. Open through the chest a little bit further. And then if we can, take this right leg, cross it over the left. We can use the hands if we need to. Sinking into this half chair pose, going slowly, not forcing anything. Sending the hips back. Maybe hands come to heart. We can also find fingertips to mat if we need a little help balancing. Just one deep breath here. Big inhale. And exhale, release to chair pose, sending the arms up high. And exhale, sinking into the hips. There we go. Both feet are down. We're noticing our foundations. Everything's foundation up. One more breath. And inhale, stand up to mountain pose. We can reach the arms up. And then take the hands to heart center. Maybe wiggling out the legs a little bit. We can have some fun too. It's not all serious. We're going to repeat on the other side. So grounding through the right foot, taking the left knee into the chest, just finding our balance here first. Ooh. And taking our tree pose, whatever variation we're at today, sending the hips open, finding our balance, rooting down, feeling the union between earth and yourself. Whenever we're balanced, we're reaching the arms up high, finding our focus point, reaching inward for that stability. Breathing nice and deep, honoring whatever happens, even if we fall out. That's okay, it's all part of the journey. Beautiful. One more deep breath here before we release and come into our half chair. Sinking into the hips, growing nice and strong in the legs. They might be hurting a little bit by now. That's good. Growing stronger every day. One more breath here, sinking the hips down and back. And then inhale, coming into chair, stepping the feet hip width apart. And exhale, sinking into the hips, reaching the arms up high. Just like we're sitting on a chair. Taking nice deep breaths. We're almost done with this part, and then we come down to the floor. One more breath here. And then we can straighten, turning to the front of the mat again. We're just gonna find a gentle seat, coming down onto the mat, extending both legs in front, flexing the feet, toes point up. Taking a moment to get situated here, finding that good comfy spot. Reaching up nice and tall. Feeling the sit bones and the backs of the legs against the mat, against the ground. Taking a moment of presence here, maybe drawing inward, feeling whatever comes up, accepting. And then on our next exhale, we can gently walk the fingertips forward and forward fold. Finding this beautiful connection, maybe we can reach the feet, our foundational point, connecting our hands to our feet. Maybe we find a little sway, whatever your body is calling for. We can gently lift up the chest and slowly come onto the backs, taking the soles of the feet to the mat, preparing for bridge pose. We want to make sure our feet are hip-width apart, our hands are firmly placed on the mat. And exhale, we're going to send the pelvis up, squeezing through the glutes. This pose is a very balancing pose for the chakras. We feel the throat chakra open, the heart center is opening, the sacral and the root chakras in the abdomen are being balanced and emphasized. Keep squeezing the glutes, but relaxing the muscles in the face, in the shoulders, finding that balance between strength and support and ease. One more breath, maybe send the hips up a little higher. And exhale to release, sending the feet up into the air, keeping a bend in the knees and coming into happy baby. Wrapping peace fingers around big toes, or holding on to the shins or the ankles. Coming back to this place, this playful pose. Maybe thinking about our roots, our childhood roots. Maybe finding a little playfulness here, a little rock, soothing our inner child, soothing some of these qualities that don't want to deal with responsibilities and just want to play. So finding a little play here to end out our practice in a nice, comfortable way. Be bringing back some good memories. And maybe finding stillness here for a breath or two. Really feeling the lower back pressing into the mat. Opening up through the hips, seeing whatever is released. And then on the next exhale, we can gently make our way to reclined bound angle, sending the feet together, opening up through the hips, soles of the feet pressed together, connecting back to our bodies, letting the legs lie open where they want to, not forcing anything, finding a rest here. Maybe starting to notice how we feel different than before the practice began. Slowing down or breathing. Feeling firmly rooted. Maybe saying with me out loud, I am safe, I am supported. Maybe whispering to yourself, I am safe, I am supported. Allowing whatever energetic, mental, emotional release we needed to flow freely through us. Letting it go with care and love. Just taking this restful pose at the end of our practice to let whatever we let go sink in and all of the good energies that we've awoken, that we've balanced, to seep in to our hearts and the rest of our physical body. Just breathing at your natural pace. And we can stay here for as long as we'd like, or we can gently take the knees to one side and pressing up with the hand, helping to find a gentle, comfortable seat. When we feel calm and happy within us, that inner light, that inner confidence shines through, invites more opportunities and like-minded individuals to come into our life. I hope we feel a little bit more balanced, and I hope you enjoyed this class today. Let me know how your experience was down below. I would love to hear from you. Let's take one final breath together, sitting up nice and tall, maybe closing the eyes. On the inhale, feeling safe and supported. And on the exhale, feeling safe and supported. The light in me honors the light in you. I will see you next time, friends. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this different little class, the first of our 7-day chakra series. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know how it went for you, and hit that subscribe button to never miss more daily free yoga classes. I'll see you tomorrow.